This is from start writing.
Hello, my name's Kevin. That's 2 nights in a row. This.
The
Yeah,
background.
that's not the I'm saying for.
Oh. What has happened there? Oh, dearie me. I don't know what happened. I will fix it. Hello, everybody. I will talk for a minute here while I fix it. I don't know what happened here.
I think you're muted too.
I was, yeah. I fixed that. Oh dear. Okay, this is going to take a minute, so please chat amongst yourselves. Actually, why don't we do this? Let's go around the room and do the introductions that we normally do at this point, as though it were part of the plan. Scard, tell us what your where people can find you and your stuff.
People can find me and my stuff at thescarredadventure.com. You can also find me at other places, but you'll have to find those places. I'm not telling you where they are.
Oh, please do. I need a couple minutes.
You can find me on Twitter at ScarredVenture. You can find me on Reddit at ScarredAdventure.
Hold on. I know why this is wrong. It went to totally the wrong game. This is the Fun Shot game overlay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muted again. Jeez.
Holy F. Many Fs. Many Fs. Okay.
One more
Let's
time.
just breathe. Let's just breathe and start over. This feels like deja vu all over
How
again.
about a nice joke to get us started? If someone stops to ask me for directions, I give them directions to my house. See you in 20 minutes, new best friend.
That's not so much a joke as a start of a stalking. But my name is Kevin. We are Dirty 20 Gaming. This is Saturday night, so this is all okay because this is pirate space time. We are going to release the Corsairs of the cosmos upon the universe, whether they are ready for it or not, and they are most certainly not. And I'm a little quiet. And I can fix that too. Watch me go. That should probably do it. All right, so that's going to have to do it. It's for now. I'm done playing technical crap. So, we are playing Corsairs of the Cosmos. This is a game of scum and villainy, is the actual system itself. It's by Forged in the Dark. The group, there's a whole group of games that are in this session, or in this group, done by Strass Asimovich and John LeBoeuf Little. The character sheets in Roll20, which is our virtual tabletop of choice, are done by Tim Dene, Jacob Osinghouse, and Chris McDonald, all of Evil Hat Productions. The background image is from Pixabay. The music is from Ben Sound when you'll hear that. The face rig is from Face Rig. And the high def character art was created using Hero Forge. And the other high def character art was drawn by hand by a cookie. With that, I think we did Scarred already. Let's do the other two. Bison, when you are not here, where can we find you socially? And you keep not mentioning one.
Okay, you can find me at Tricenbacks on Twitter.
That's the one.
I'll put that in Twitter. I remembered last time and I wrote it in. That's my Twitter. I am Bison Stonefist here on Twitch. You probably won't see me posting anything there maybe. We'll see what happens in a couple of days when I have a day off. But most of the time I am playing SnowRunner with Roosbar.
You could also find all of us over at Discord and make all the connections from there too. So, but only if you know where that is. So let me do this. Boom. There we go. All right. So that leaves us with probably certainly a social media presence. I know some of your players are getting on you. How is the world of Solar Dasher going?
Work has been kicking my butt, so I haven't really been able to get on and do what I want to do a lot. I might be doing
Fair
some
enough.
games later on tonight. Probably some Fortnite because I'm a little far behind on that apparently.
Oh dear.
Otherwise, you can find me at Leech the Darkness Within, where I need to make a post probably before I get on and play tonight. You can also find me, like Kevin said, in the Discord. My name there is Solar Dasher. I'm on Twitter now. Wow. Under Solar Dasher, but I don't really post anything. But yeah, that's about it, really.
Wonderful.
Reach out to me, talk to me, whatever. I am available.
Excellent. And that leaves me. I'm Kevin. This is Dirty 20 Gaming, and this is basically what I do. You can find me here at least 4 nights a week. Yeah, if you don't see me here, watch us on YouTube. Dirty 20 Gaming on YouTube. You can catch back up there on anything that's been missed in the past. The nice thing about these is they are episodic, and almost every show is on this channel. So you can watch one episode and it should still make sense. With that, all the technical crap's out of the way. Oh boy. Let's reset. And watch. I see what I did wrong. You know that moment when you blame something for something and you realize it was you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's watch the news, shall we? Hello, I'm Victor Necesse, and this is the new truth. Tonight's top story: the Hegemon's local representative, Lord Malkeith, has declared war on the automated solid-state holographic olfactory loathsomeness emitters. We have Admiral Givener here in the studio. Admiral, what do we know at this point? Yes, thank you. You can't be too careful with assholes. It only takes one to ruin your day. Yes, and what is your plan? Plan. Yes, our plan is to penetrate the assholes' space, and then we'll spread the assholes so they're less dangerous. Once we've done that, we'll pop a plug in the spread assholes and stimulate them until they relax. At that point, all the toxic fumes are explosively emitted, and the asshole is rendered inert. It may then be stored with all the other assholes. We worry we won't have enough room for them all, so some assholes may be allowed to roam free, disturbing everyone, as they are prone to do. And how did our first encounters with assholes go, Admiral? Yes, well, you know how it is. At first you don't know they're an asshole, but you find out soon enough. Then all you can do is deal with their shit. And what's next? Yes, well, we'll start with some gentle prodding to see how they respond, then we'll do a covert insertion, and finally we'll rip them a new hole, if you'll pardon the expression, ma'am. Ah, there you have it. Now that we know what we'll look like, Admiral, I'm looking very much forward to seeing what comes out of these exposed assholes in the future. But until then, I'm Vindictor Necesse, and this has been The New Truth. All the information we think you should have. Good night. And we are back from the news. I was watching chat and Hellhounds, thank you. Thank you very much. I could not have asked for a better response than that to that. Our pirate party is split. They are quite literally in 2 different sectors on 2 different planets. It was bad enough when the 4 of them together. When they're separated, things got weird. Let's start in the Iota system. You can see I've got the map up this tonight, so you can see that the ship currently is down here in the Rin system. In fact, you guys just delivered the best drug dealer in the universe to this little moon of Warren right here to wreak havoc upon the local bureaucracy, which he had already done by the time you guys left the planet. The other 2, Frankie and Saga, along with your last passenger, unwilling, well, unwilling at the beginning and then very willing. Passenger, you are escorting Professor Calliope to his destination in the IOTA system. So, there's a war going on down in the Rin system because just north of that, in the Holt system, a group has recently opened up a portal to a new realm. And as you saw in the news, there's horrible things on the other side of that portal. Nothing has come through yet. Nothing has come through that sphincter yet, but I'm sure something will in the future. But for now, it's been a while, you know, I need a cup of coffee. But there we go. Now we've set the tone. Let's drop in here on our little group. And let's put them back on the map. So, in IOTA, in a small landing rig, dropping towards the surface, are Frankie, Saga, and a very tired Professor Calliope, who is messaging madly on his little phone. His mask is sort of hanging off one ear. His hair is still crooked because you guys have discovered it's a wig. You're dropping into the atmosphere. You have received automated permission to land. This is a pretty backwater place. You're driving because normally I would ask, but for reasons, Frankie is in charge. Tell us how the flight in goes. And that's Frankie making the noises, but everybody outside can hear it. So and you land. The door opens, and outside, standing at the bottom of the ramp, are 4 very heavily armed men in hazmat suits. You can see this on the screen. And Calliope kind of leans over your shoulder and looks at the screen and goes, well, it appears my welcoming party is here. I was being an asshole. I know it is hard to tell. Can you please walk me to place I am going? If they go out there alone, they will kill me, I am sure. You won't get paid unless I get delivered. Saga's like, yeah, the money. She keeps promising, she keeps paying off her droids. Every time she gets a massage, she overreacts and gives them money and they leave. Everybody, hang on. Oh, God. Now everybody else was muted. Fuck.
After all that lovely...
So, holy cow. Here we go. Frankie landed the spaceship by going dink, basically. Calliope asked for an escort because there are 4 people outside waiting in hazmat suits with heavy weapons that he says want to kill him. Thank
Someone
you.
give me my balloon animals.
Saga just raises an eyebrow at you and walks to the back of the ship.
Guess I'll have to make them again. And within a few moments, Frankie has fashioned several grenades.
Okay.
They started out as balloons, but now they are all grenades.
Yep. That would actually be almost doable. You could tie just a bazillion knots in a balloon and make it actually look like a frag grenade.
Yeah. The thing is, he didn't even bother doing, like, he just went,
Oh, yeah, of course.
Whoop.
I was talking about
Grenades.
reality, not Frankie. Yes, complete with pins and everything. The only limitation I will put on that is they still weigh as much as balloons.
Okay.
So you have some very powerful balloon grenades, but it's going to be kind of difficult to put them over.
So
Anyway,
I'm going
yeah.
to open the door, kind of walk
Yep.
out. Hello, I've got little presents for everyone, and just hand them each a balloon.
Okay, you start
Uh,
handing
and-
them balloon grenades.
And they just
Yeah.
and clearly there has to be a look of what the hell is going on. I don't.
Yep.
They're so light.
Yeah.
This can't possibly be it. And then
Yep.
little tiny and little strings are attached to all of them, and Frankie just kind of walks back to the ship, then pulls all the strings.
Yeah. All poor things come off. And there is a sudden and explosive 4-part harmonic boom because they go off in different tones. I have decided. Then they make a chord. It's not so much an explosion as it is an that vibrates through the spaceport in all directions, taking with it the fine red mist of 4 security guards. Calliope looks on. That is very cool. How do you... Never mind, I decide myself. And he strides down the ramp. Saga's walking behind him. It's like, not without us, not without us. He turns around and whispers something in Saga's ear. And there's just a flash of motion, and suddenly there's a gun in his ear and a gun in his crotch. And Saga just looks at him and says, no. Not if you were the last man on Earth. And by the way, fix your fucking hair. And his wigs all off to the side. And whoosh, the guns disappear back into her sheaths. Sheaths? Sure, they got sheaths. At that moment, the explosion has attracted the local constabulary from the spaceport. They come running out and say, no guns, no guns, no guns. And they start pulling out like tasers and whatnot. And they're, you're under arrest. And they're pointing at Saga.
Should I do something now? I mean, just
Calliope screams out, they kidnapped me! He throws his hands in the air and runs towards them.
there's just a very long like an arm stretches like Mr. Fantastic, just
Yeah.
grabs him by the scruff of the neck, just drags him back.
You have him back.
The Flintstone Scrabble sound.
Yep, just the feet on the ground, like just before the car starts.
And there's not even, and he's Frankie's holding him out in the air.
Yep.
Imagine Calliope's eyes are closed trying to run away,
Yep,
so the
he's just
little
trying to run,
feet
yep.
are still going underneath.
Well, you can't tell if his eyes are closed because he's got his goggles down.
Okay.
His silver,
Oh, no,
his silver welder's goggles. So
I'm just imagining he can't see very well, so I'm just
No.
holding him up in the air, little
Yep.
legs still going.
he just still trying to run. Yeah, absolutely. His baggy crotch pants just flapping in the wind. They move in and tell Saga she's under arrest. She reaches for her pistols. 30 soldiers go. She unreaches for her pistols. And is arrested,
There's not much
And-
Frankie can do.
taken away. There we go. I gave you lots of time to interrupt. You didn't. So, that makes perfect sense. Frankie's just like, yeah, what? Yeah, okay, yeah, she's going away. She'll just walk through the walls like I do. It's not a problem. So,
I'll just pick her up on the way after I go to the little McDaniel's place, so I can get some a diet conch and some French fries. The only not copyrighted word.
Calliope stops running at those words, and his little head tries to turn towards you, but he can't because you got him by the scruff of the neck, and he's like trying to spin his body to look towards you. He said, it is my treat. We do not have this where I come from. I will buy the first 5 big morks.
Sounds like a plan.
And the two of you head off to a pig fest. Like by the end of it, there are people cheering and holding up signs with your names on them because you're Frankie, and it's and you
Like
guys
the jaw unhinges like a snake.
Yes, yep.
like 12 in one giant pile. Just
And Calliope looks at you and goes, "Oh yeah, watch this." And he orders 15, and he pulls out a ray gun, and he clicks the setting on it. That is the one. And they get huge. Oh shit, that is not the one. And he turns, and they get tiny. There's like 15 in a stack like this. I call them Rolos.
I feel like that's just cheating.
There is a size in between. I call them sliders. And you guys just...
Wait, give me a second.
Yep.
And just burps out like a little plastic toy.
of Professor Calliope.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And then that's how you guys pass the rest of the day, is amusing the fine folks at McDaniel's at that moment. And then at the end of that, he happily allows you to take him to where he's supposed to go. He's completely forgotten that he's in serious shit when he gets there. He's got that, like, you could see it. He's got the food sweat going, like the meat sweats. You know, he's just blasted on food. He's
Like
going
Frankie's
anywhere.
an actual like round balloon ball.
Oh yeah,
Like his little hands are like this, and he's just pushing them forward. There we go. Ugh!
Yeah. And out of an alleyway, a slimy, greasy man leans out with a silver tray and says, "A wafer thin mint."
Just walking over to him.
He uses the tongs to put it on your tongue and then dives into the alley. I set it up. You finish that however you want.
There's there's kind of a misty explosion
Yep.
that smells like Big Morks, and then Frankie is back to his regular size,
Yes.
just completely and totally confused as to what just happened, thinking, "Oh, it was a Tin Mint."
The only thing I will add to that is when you exploded, there was a fine mist. There was also hundreds of tiny plastic Professor Calliope dolls in bags marked not for under 3. They're all over the street. Kids everywhere, just jumping all over them. As your game proceeds apace and you deliver him there and get paid, just before I forget, you guys get 3 credits each. The 4 of you do, even though only 2 of you were here. So you each get that.
That's the wrong fault.
Meanwhile, back on your home planet, Mihoshi and 8-Ball, you are in orbit, and it's like a car park. Like, you could, with the air in your spacesuit, you could get to 10 other ships that are in the same orbit as you, and they're
Everybody's
all
trying.
military. Well, there's some trade vessels trying to leave. They all look like they're just trying. You know, they're coming up to orbit to get out. Nobody's coming in. A little gork.
8-Ball's gonna try and sneak into that convoy, the trade convoy, trying to get the hell out.
Okay. Yep.
As
Okay.
we
Give
head
me,
to
give me a helm roll to start with. Mihoshi, what are you doing during this?
rolled through all
I'm
these
gonna try
ones.
and rig it, so maybe rig the system so that
At least I'm getting all these bad rolls out of the way at the
yeah,
beginning.
another ship.
Sorry, Mihoshi, what was that? You're gonna try and rig what?
I'm gonna try and rig the ship so that it could actually pick up maybe as a third separate ship.
Try and create another false identity for it. Okay. Yeah. Give me a rig for that. The helm was a 3 and a 2, so
This one
yeah,
says
that's
tacos
gonna-
instead of pizza.
Is it still risky, or do we go up? Actually,
it's still only risky.
okay. And standard.
Yep.
Okay.
A 5 and a 3. Okay, that is better, but still we got a problem. So, this works. You 8-Ball try and hop into this convoy as it's leaving. Unfortunately, Q-Ball reset some of the dash when he was running things up here, and you didn't look
Bastard.
down, so you hit the wrong. It's like somebody else's hotkeys on your favorite game, right? You don't look, you just and all of a sudden, I just did what? And you.
Hey, what
pull
buttons
out-
jump again?
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
So everybody else is doing this, and you're going and pulling out of line and everything else. Plus, you're a frigate in a convoy of trade vessels. There is the word tacos tries to appear on the side several times, and at one point it gets as far as scato. So yeah, the letters are up there, but there is some challenges to this.
Cats.
Yeah, oh cats. Yeah, I like that even better. Yeah, oh cats. There we go. So it says, "Oh, cats" on the side, like it's an ad for a Broadway show. But the problem with this is these two things together. Either one of them would have made this situation desperate. Both of them together. You can, 8-ball, you can feel the sensors of the surrounding ships going, huh? Mihoshi, you're like, oh cats, no. Scato, no. Costa, no. Pizza, no, that one's already been used. It's just whatever you type, it just won't go in right.
Mm-hmm.
The situation is now desperate, bordering going off beyond the scale. Your cover is completely blown. And he's distracted. Mihoshi, there are ships all. Oh, do Mihoshi right away. Mihoshi, there are ships all around you. You can see weapon systems starting to lock
kind
in.
of freaked out.
What do you do?
I'm gonna spend a gambit,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and. Can I tell which one is one of the main ships?
What you can tell is which one, like I said last week, about 1 in 10 has got this extra sensor equipment on it. They're the ones that would be really dangerous if they got close to you, because they would pick up all your illegal shit, right down to the illicit drugs that each of you has in your pockets at this point. You can tell which ones those are, and there is absolutely one of those moving directly towards you guys. There would be at
Okay.
least one.
I am going to roll my fortune then with a gambit.
Yep. And try
And try and see if I can't then rig it to where it believes that we are what I was trying to believe, and then get back to the ship.
Okay, so you're gonna teleport there and then try and do a rig and then zap back. That's the plan? Excellent.
Yeah.
Give me for the first part of that. Yeah, give me the fortune roll to actually do the teleport. This is how we're doing this now.
I'm going to add a dice because of the gambit.
Yep, absolutely. Add a die because of the gambit, which will take you to just one die, I believe. So let's see how this goes. A 2. Oh, unfortunately, Mihoshi, this time it does not work. You go, oh, I should just go over there and for the first
What
time
again?
in forever, it doesn't work. Like, you're not suddenly there. You're still here. But you can still make a rig roll to try and lie some more. I mean, it's probably a little late. They're coming to look, but you could try. If you roll double sixes, something might happen.
Okay. We still have another gambit, right? No.
We have.
How many gambits
Yeah,
do we have?
at the start of the session, you guys get 3. So that was.
Well,
only
we
one,
get
so there's 2.
we get 4
We get
off
4
the
because
start.
you've got a Mihoshi.
We've-
Yes.
We've got 2. We've actually got 2 scoundrels because Saga's won 2.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that's why we have 4, and so now we're at 3.
So now we're at 3. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to use another gambit
Yep. To try
and
rig.
endorse this.
Yep. This is, I mean, you can put it to desperate now. Well, it's double desperate. So put it to desperate, and the effect is technically limited. Even if you succeed, you're never going to completely fool them, but you might at least confuse them.
And then what is it? It's 2 bonus dice, right?
Yep, absolutely. Rig +2. As you
Here
just
goes
start
nothing.
desperately trying to get computers to lie to each other. A 4, a 5, and 2 3s. Ooh, boy. So that's a 5. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. You succeed. It now says on the side of the ship in very large letters, I meant to say tacos. Unfortunately, because of the limited effect and the fact that you didn't get a 6, the ship that's coming towards you, the sensor ship, on its outside sensor or its outside screen prints the words, I don't believe you.
I'm just here to.
And you can
I don't know how loud it'll be, but she's gonna say it like as loud as possible.
Yeah.
She's just gonna scream out the word "fuck."
8-Ball,
you 8-Ball is
that at exactly the same moment you're looking down at a screen because you're trying to look down to see what happened to your pad, right? So you reset that. So you have control. I have to come up with another reason why you mess up your next roll. But you at least have your hotkeys back. And you see, as you look down at the 3D screen, that sensor ship is starting to power up that sensor. And it's starting to creep towards you.
Well, trying to think what I can do.
The gate is there. I mean, it's a distance away. There are a number of ships between you and it, and unauthorized entry might be problematic, but it's an option.
I've still got the jump drive just allows me to use it.
Yeah.
I could just punch it.
Yep.
That could get us all sorts of trouble, but at the same time, one ship, when there's a impending war, what's one frigate?
One converted pirate frigate that's wanted in this sector for crimes against humanity and drug smuggling
and several other races
and murder. Yeah, but other than that, you're fine.
Yeah, crimes against humanity and several other races. Oh crap! I want to just do it. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a gambit and punch it. So instead of it being desperate, it is risky.
Okay, so it takes it back to risky. Yeah. You aim for the swirly portal. Swirly thing alert. There's a swirly thing ahead. You head towards that. And now I want to do the.
So I got bonus
blue
die.
alert. Should we go to red alert? I don't know. It means changing the bulb. That's a red dwarf joke.
Yeah.
4, 1, and 2.
Wow, you guys are rolling poorly.
Hey, it's only risky. It's only risky.
Yeah, so it's back to risky. So it's still you succeed, but with a cost. You succeed. The boosters come on, and you start to boost towards the base. 3 or 4 of the warships around you start to turn. Turrets start to come to bear. The sensor ship cranks up the power. You start getting messages from the surface. You are not approved for travel at this point. And messages from the gate. You are not approved for travel at this point. And you're flying towards it and dodging around other ships, and you bounce the Rebel Alliance off of the edge of the portal going in. You manage to avoid all the crossfire, some of which hits other ships, some of which plummets through the atmosphere and does damage to the surface, but never mind. That's collateral damage. You're not directly responsible for that. But you dodge and twist and over you go into the portal, but as you do, you clip one engine appendage of the ship and do 2 points of damage. Would the ship like to resist?
The ship would. How would that
So that
work?
would be with its prowess? Does the ship have prowess? I don't know.
The ship does not have prowess.
Okay, give me your prowess then. As
Yeah, it would
that
be
makes
my-
more sense anyway. As you try and
Yeah.
power slide it through the gap, it's going to hit the side, and then
Yeah. And I get an extra die because I'm an ace pilot,
your
allegedly.
helmet. Oh. So
5, 4,
6
3,
stress
2.
minus the highest result. So you only take 1 stress. That works. So you and with that you manage to only basically rip off some of the paneling on the outside. Unfortunately, it was the paneling that said Rebel d'Alliance. So you've ripped her name off. Like it's like accidentally cutting off her tattoo.
Ow.
So yes, the ship takes 1 harm, missing nameplate. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's more
The-
an emotional and psychic harm than anything else.
It doesn't actually have harm or anything like that. It's got shield, hull, the stuff like that.
So yeah, take 1 hull.
Okay, so yeah,
for
I
now.
would say the shields.
Yeah, in fact, yeah. So yes, the rest of it gets absorbed by the shield. So only the name tag, not even the ship, skinned ship is affected, because
Scrapes the paint.
So there is 0 damage to the ship, but it's missing its name tag. So there. And with that, the two of you pop out into the sudden silence of the IOTA system. You hear, "Hey, you guys weren't supposed to be through here next," from over the radio from the guy at the portal, but you're already speeding away into the nearly infinite darkness.
Ooh, this gate doesn't have engines. I'm not cleared to follow.
The two of you hear from behind you, "All right, all right, all right. That's some damn fine flying, son." And you
Is
turn
that
around
you,
to
Rebel?
The door to the closet opens up, and Rebel's podium is there, and he's standing on it, and he goes, and it doesn't move. So he steps down and walks across to you guys. This may be the first time you've seen him like up close and off of it. He's really, really small. He's like, I have to convert here, like 4'10". Yeah, he's really little, but he still looks like a 70s rocker boy. Anyway, he comes up to you guys and looks out the window. "Oh, IOTA, that's convenient. I got, remember, we got a job for you here if you want it. Where's them other ones?"
Oh, my friend.
Yeah, a picture of looks like 4 people show up on 8-Ball's vid screen, but
Yeah.
2 of them are outlines and they're being blinked at.
Yeah. I don't speak symbol. What the hell's he trying to tell me? He looks at my Hoshi.
Mihoshi looks at 8-Ball, and I guess he's trying to say that we're missing 2 people, right?
That's what the blinking's for.
Huh. All the more money for the 2 of you then, I guess.
Possible. What's so? Before we pick up our friend, what's the stitch?
There's a fella here on this planet that we'd like to put a little tag on. We want to know where he's going and what he's doing, because he's fomenting rebellions, he is. Except the rebellions for the Hegemony. He's going around and finding places where rebellions are starting rebellions against the rebellions.
Oh my word, that's not nice. How
No,
dare
it is not. And
How
we're
dare
not ready to take him out yet, because they'll just replace him with someone else. But we would like to know exactly where he's going, so we can send a follow-up group to deprogram the fine folks that he talks to.
All right. Where do we find this guy? And marshmallows.
I believe you can find both of them on the planet we are approaching right now.
Oh, okay, frogs. And ponies and Pinocchles and Frankie and George and Fred and
Fred's in the shuttle bay.
oh, okay.
And
Actually, no, I think
and Ringo too, if you want. I don't care who the hell comes. You don't get paid no more.
Okay. Well, 8-Ball, let's go get Frankie.
8-Ball doesn't know where Frankie is. No one bothered to tell him.
Oh, that's right.
Yet, sorry.
Yep.
So what I'm
Cue
guessing is
ball
8
knows,
ball.
but cue ball's in the closet somewhere.
Yeah.
So
What I'm guessing is then 8 ball just looks at her and gets this big old question mark, like what the fuck.
Yeah, it's just-
Oh yeah, that's right. You were somebody else, maybe. I think I don't know. She runs to her console and then just starts keying everything in, like where to go.
right.
In her
Okay.
moments of clarity.
Yes, and in a moment of complete focus, you get it absolutely right. The address right down to the street that you're supposed to go to. And the two of you are, I guess, the only remaining question is which shuttle are you taking? You can make up another one if you want, as long as it starts with an F. It doesn't matter.
I know. I'm thinking here.
We got Faye,
We will
we
take
got
the lovely
Fiona.
shuttle to fornication.
Yeah. It
Oh,
just
Lord.
looks like yeah.
It's
I
a
don't know if
long
you finished
tube
that
with two round
Yeah.
thrusters on one end. No. That would be the Lex. I'm now at a complete loss. We're gonna go with Frog. It's the
The
green
frog,
one.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
it's the
exactly
green.
like that. It's just like it's all bulbous and kind of
Mhm.
pale green. It hops out of the ship and drops to the planet, going ribbit all the way down.
Deep throaty engine, yeah.
Yeah, it stretches out its legs and lands like licks.
Great
its
shocks.
lips. One great
Great
big
shocks.
long lick gets both eyes. And the two of you look out the screen and you see an amazing thing. You see a Frankie and you see a Calliope waddling down the street, burger wrappers and drink cups falling in their wake, French fries stuck to the bottom of their shoes, and a crowd behind them cheering, food, 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 as they head down the street. They get to the front of a large building. It's like fake Roman. It's all columns at the front. And a bunch of heavily armored men come outside and kind of take one look around, run down the stairs and grab Calliope by the hair and go to pull him inside, but his wig comes off. And they grab him by the arm and pull, but his arm comes off. They grab him by the other arm and pull, and that arm comes off at the elbow. So they grab the stump and start taking him away. One of the people that's got one of his arms is kind of looking at it and it goes off. And just the whole building is crushed across the street. You hear Calliope say, "Do not touch the other elbow," as they drag him inside to the house. The guy with the other part of the arm just very gently puts it down on the street.
Well,
We're all
that
back
was
together again. Saga's in jail. What are you doing?
Same picture as before, except there's 3 of them filled up, and
Yeah.
the one that's missing has a Saga's coat.
Right.
Frankie just kind of walks up to the ship Frog with a big drink in hand, big straw. Hello, how are you guys doing?
Not in there, Frankie.
What?
What you got in there?
Oh, I don't know. Milk?
Is the body good?
Yeah, because nothing goes down on top of 27 hamburgers like a big liter of milk. You go for a jog after, get that phlegm built up in the back of your throat. But it's Frankie, nothing matters. So, you climb on board the frog, realize you've gone on a mission, climb back off the frog.
Oh, it's all on the same planet.
Yes, yeah, it's all
Oh,
right here.
I thought it was on 2 different planets.
Nope. And to make things even easier, there's a not a poster, this is the bazillionth century. There's a digital 3D billboard at the end of the street that says, tonight only, and again tomorrow night only, and the night after that only too. Archibald Pendergrass speaks in public. And there's an address of a public square in this city. Google Google Indri shows you where it is. That's the planet you're currently on.
That makes sense.
That who we're after?
So we're supposed to tag a person is the idea behind all this.
Right.
Like the little tiny children's game. You tag him and then you run away. And then, with the...
Meanwhile, up on the Rebel Dalliance, Rebel's sitting in the pilot seat with his feet up on the dash, holding this tiny little thing, this tiny little chip, going, I wonder how long it's going to take before they figure out they need this.
This is what happens when we don't have a captain.
And as he's doing that, there is a terrific bolt of lightning that comes out of the dash and hits him in his ankles, like where he's got them sitting on the dash, and he is knocked ass backwards out of the chair, where he lays on the ground and kind of for several minutes.
AI did not appreciate.
You know, she could go to the ship to get the chip and then come back.
Okay, give me a prowess roll, or not a prowess roll. Give me a fortune roll. Actually, you know what? And take 2 extra dice because you know where the ship is, and I don't want to drag this out for all night. So, a 4. Okay. You. All right.
I get there and I land right on top of him, which topples me down.
You do. You land right on top of him, and for another minute, you are now laying on top of electrocuted Rebel. The two of you just kind of around on the floor. You're sure, absolutely sure, that you hear electronic laughter as the ship is having the best time of her life. You fall off, and just beside you, you see a tiny piece of electronics that says "the chip" on it in very small letters, or "the tag" on it in very small letters.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 fish doing a tango. Yeah. Rebel is bouncing across the floor. He's over in the corner, and you hear him go, "This isn't funny anymore."
Thank you, Rebel. And then she returns back to everybody else.
You're welcome. Oh, she's gone. So, poof, Mahoshi appears back on the ground holding the chip.
Slightly frazzled.
See, this system that we have, where we just break all the rules, saves so much time. So, poof, poof, she's back with the chip.
You know what? If we're going to do this, we're all going to need cunning disguises. So, 8-Ball, he's an eye patch for you.
Black eye patch, of course.
Boom.
Right in the middle. Yeah.
Oh no, right over where Saga's flashing images.
Oh, because there was 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I haven't changed it.
Nobody's told you yet why she isn't here. So.
Well, and Miyoshi doesn't know. The only one who would know is Frankie.
Mahoshi, stand still for a moment. Like, just pulls out a permanent marker and draws a little mustache. One of those pencil thin ones. And then for me,
Mahoshi, I have to ask: do you allow the pencil thin mustache to be drawn?
But with her, it magically can just disappear, like a miniature cleaning bots have cleaned it up already.
And
then she takes out a bag, and just begins to dig around it. Throws some oddball clothes at Frankie, like makes him look like a skater dude. She just puts on a pink
Gnarly.
She puts on she'll put on a pink tutu and leotard to make her face look like she's an angel. And then for 8-Ball, gives him a butler suit.
8-Ball, you are presented with a black tuxedo.
8-Ball does not approve. That's 4-Ball's.
That's cue ball's thing, isn't it?
Or cue ball.
Yeah.
She hasn't quite learned to tell the difference.
Yeah. She just looks at it.
Looks at his face. Huh.
Yeah.
My head is up here.
Yeah.
He then just starts tossing him random things until he puts on whatever the heck he wants.
They're just like hanging off of him. There's like a pair of pants like half over his face or its face, and just keeps going.
So you guys are so well hidden, so unbelievably sneaky.
What's up, my fellow children?
the first dark alley they get to, he just makes it makes just a left turn and just sort of like keeps going. So now that nobody can see it,
Yes.
takes off the clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
And the armor, because I've got the spy gear. The armor just sort of shimmers and goes to a sort of a digital black.
Yep. Okay. So the three of you. Yeah. The three of you making your way to the square to see the speech.
Definitely.
If I see 8-Ball doing the little disguising, then Frankie, spy gear, of course. Just puts on his trench coat.
His white trench coat, if I remember the art correctly. Yes, it's the exact opposite of sneaky.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's a pink tutu and a Vanta black robot so far, so why not?
And there's always going to be Frankie going sneaking music. Da-da,
Yeah.
da-da-da-da.
Pizzicato violin strings as you sneak down the street. Because you forgot something, and then as you come back up again. With that, the three of you get to the square. It is nothing less than a rally. There are thousands of people in this square. They are holding up their phones for to make light like it's a concert. There are huge holographic images all around the square of the Hegemon's face and the flag and all that heroic stuff. And a fairly small, thin person walks out on stage and up to a podium and unnecessarily adjusts the mics. Makes the sound man go nuts. They hate that. Don't touch the mics.
Can confirm.
And he starts to speak. And it's just, I'm only do the first couple. The first thing he says is, he comes up there and his hands are together. And he looks kind of greasy and he's wearing a black tuxedo and a little bow tie. The fatherland is all the father you'll ever need. And it just starts going on and on like this. It's the least inspiring voice you've ever heard, but it's just platitude after platitude after platitude. And you can see the audience is just lapping it up. They're just getting wound up by this. What do the three of you do?
8-Ball's gonna try and convince the sound system that it's polka time.
Okay, that's your plan. This sounds like one of those ones where I'm going to get all three of you to tell me what's going to happen. I'm going to do it all at once. So
Perfect.
Yeah. 8-Ball kind of goes blank for a second, and you guys can tell that he's trying to attune. Mihoshi, what are you doing?
She's gonna make her way up to the stage and try and sway them to let her up and get nice and close to the.
You want to try and get on stage?
I've got a backstage pass.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And Frankie, what's your part in the mayhem?
Frankie.
Sag is sitting in jail going, I like this. I might stay here. This is good. This is relaxing.
Frankie is just going to walk with confidence.
Yep.
And no matter what happens, he's just going to continue walking through them.
Yeah.
And he will walk through people. Like it will trample them kind of
Yep.
things. There will be
Where are you
Frankie-shaped holes in people.
Yep.
And he'll just walk up right behind the fatherland.
Okay, yeah.
That guy. Just grab a big burlap sack and just kind of knock it over top of him.
Okay.
Put it up, flip it back around, and then just shake it for a little while. Then ask for the chip. Place the chip in the bag and just shake it around a bit more.
Okay. That's the plan. Give me an attune roll. I want to know if this is all done to the accompaniment of a polka. And amazingly, I do not have a polka in my music repertoire. I can't believe it, but I do not.
Tragic,
in fact,
but
you guys haven't met anybody with a theme yet today. This guy
That's
doesn't have.
true.
Oh dear. Okay. Two things happen.
Feedback.
You fail to attune to the speaker system. Unfortunately, instead of linking up to that, your Wi-Fi gets screwed up. Somebody's got a 5G blocker on their router, so you couldn't get through. But instead, you actually hooked up to the lighting system in this place, which, on one sense, is cool because it's all now going like full disco beat lighting. The unfortunate part of that is that disco beat lighting is doing that because it's running through your system and it's overwhelming your system. So take one basically, let's call it let's call it a tase.
Been tased,
Hooking up
bro.
to the wrong system. 1 point of damage. Would you like to resist it? Because you can always resist damage in this game.
I'm actually. Oh gosh.
If you successfully resist it, you will break the connection, therefore breaking the flashing lights.
I'm gonna resist.
Okay.
Actually, oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna try it anyways.
Okay.
There's no
Resistance.
harm but harm. And
5.
I am maxed out on stress.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
I haven't gone over, but I've
Nope. You're
officially
just right at the top.
right at the top. I got tased, bro.
Wow, you got tased. Instead of a polka, it's now just like seizure-inducing 5 cycles per second light in this entire arena, as 8-Ball drops to the ground, and his head starts doing this. The body's perfect, but the head is still getting tased.
Yeah, and it just keeps going like this.
Yeah, just message after message after message after message after message coming up. Absolutely. And through all of that, how do we finish this? Yeah, the lights are going, and let's leave it. Oh, I know exactly how to finish this. There's a psst sound, and 8-Ball's head separates from his body. And you tell me which one loses power.
Oh. I could have some fun with this.
Yes. So
The
I want you
head
to make this decision.
The head loses power. The body is now autonomous on its own. I don't know how I'm going to play this.
Yeah.
But we now have
Strangely enough, I do not have a new screen to put up for
headless ball.
No balls? That's
No
what I'm gonna
ball.
call this one. This has got to be no ball.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that guy has balls. No, he doesn't.
No.
Oh, is that a problem? No, not
Oh,
that. I mean, they
I know
were
what they-
removed.
I got a semi idea of what could happen.
A semi with no balls? I don't think that's possible. What were you?
No, okay, this is what I was thinking. He notices
Yep.
the body obviously knows that the head is missing.
Yep.
Kind of like that one orange sweatered person in that one dog show. When her glasses get knocked off, she goes looking around for it like she's blind as a freaking bat.
The dog
every
show.
roll.
Yes.
Every roll is now a scrap roll because the body will now kick the head.
Yeah, the body
Until it
owes all
finds-
3 heads a good whooping. Yeah, that makes perfect
Yeah.
sense. After what, like the body's like, just get reprogrammed, damn it, just
Yeah.
get it done. I want my use of my left thigh back. So yes, 8-Ball's head comes off, and the head goes and powers down.
Error.
Yeah, the circle with the line comes up and then just fades out. Turns out you were an eyeball.
Oh God.
Okay. So the body stands up in the flashing light. That's gonna be where you stop for right now. Getting on stage. There's 2 ways to do this. Sway them. Mahoshi, you stride up to the security guards at the base of the stage. They're Hegemon soldiers, actually, which is weird, right? Well, it's not weird. You know what this guy is. He's a propagandist. So
I put on my cutest little face.
you're wearing
And-
your pink tutu.
and I'm wearing my pink tutu. I'm like, hey, I'm here to help with the entertainment. This guy, he hired me so that I can go up there and and provide some dancing to keep everybody motivated.
Oh, give me a sway roll. I hope you make this. Oh, I hope you make this.
Yeah!
Yes! Yeah. The one looks at the other one and says, cool, the strippers are here, and steps aside.
You know, she suit automatically changes to one that would be similar to what strippers would wear.
The
Not
stripper
a whole
version
lot.
of a tutu? Yeah.
Stripper version of a tutu, exactly.
There, as you head up the stairs, the two of them are fumbling for their belt pouches, trying to get out money to tuck in your tutu as you're heading up the stairs. I'll give you the option. Do you stop long enough to let them? This is
I
not going to
do
count even
still-
one. I'll give you one cred if you stick around and take this.
I will.
You just sort of kick out your hip and let them tuck their money into the tutu.
Yep.
And then head up the stairs. You walk
Yep.
right up the stairs behind up to this guy, and he kind of he's still talking, but he looks over at you, he keeps kind of looking over at you, and you're coming right across the stage at him. At that same moment, Frankie, give me a command reality. Give me a command roll.
And reality, no, this is going to be a scrap. I'm just going through people.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna fight your way up on stage. Okay. Oh, you have an ability.
Because I have Wrecking Crew and I have Unstoppable.
Yes. So you.
So I can
don't
get
even
an
need to
extra
roll.
dice.
Oh, do you? Is that what it was? Yeah. So you're.
Oh,
gonna
it gets
roll
I get an
one.
extra dice with the Wrecking Crew, but I can
Yep.
do a one superhuman feat.
Yep, so that's all of them at the same time.
Yeah. And take on a small gang on equal footing in close combat. Basically, a feat of physical force that verges on superhuman.
Absolutely.
I don't think I
Yep.
have to roll for anything, actually.
Nope. Not when you burn. Not if you're going to burn both of those in this game. You do not need to roll for that.
I'm just going to burn Unstoppable because I don't need to. I don't need to burn anything.
No. You just stride through, and there's people getting knocked aside. You get to the front, and the security guards have formed a cordon, and you just start, just like, oh, I know what it is. I was looking for a scene. You know the scene at the start of the Lord of the Rings, when all the elves are in a row and they all do with their swords, and then in one mace swing, Sauron just wrecks the whole row. It's basically that. But Frankie style, so all comically done. Yeah. So, no. What am I thinking?
World's
This is
biggest
Frankie.
pimp slap.
This is the largest dust ball with legs and feet and arms and heads coming out of it, and signs that say "ow" that has ever existed. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and sucking in more and more security guards until Frankie pops out of the top and steps out onto the stage as the entire fight just keeps on going and rolls out into the crowd.
There's just kind of a sweeping off the dust that he's now
Yep.
collected, and
We're gonna come
then
back.
Actual clouds.
Yeah.
and
Yep.
because I can because I have the ability ready for anything,
Yep.
I can have a flashback about that time that I hit a sack in my sock,
Yep.
and I don't have to pay any stress to grab that sack out.
Nope. It's that small, so you got a bag. Yep. Because that's a
No
minor
stress
thing,
to
but
grab
that
your
is a
sack,
Zero
huh?
stress. Yeah, to grab your sack takes no stress, even if you do it in public. Back on the floor of this place, the people are just tearing to get out of this area now. You guys have essentially started an impossibly large bar fight in a very crowded town square. No balls. You are kicking. You're just well. Give me a scrap. Give me 2 scrap rolls to see how well you kick the shit out of 8 Ball's head. Because if you have to play the rest of this with a big dent in 8 Ball, I am gonna laugh so friggin' hard. Okay, that's a bit. Oh, 2.
I am not
inspired
rolling
by
for
another
shit
scene.
tonight.
You step forward and punt the head, and it's a clean hit. and 8-Ball whizzes across the room, bounces off a post, and comes back and catches you right in the chest, knocks you on your ass, and when you kind of come to your senses, you can't see anything, but you can sense that your head, 8-Ball's head, is sitting on your chest. And you can't see, but you're sure you're wrong. He's got no power, but you are convinced that his little image is giving you the finger. So you go to slap him, and you slap 8-Ball, and he flies over there and bounces off that wall and comes back and hits the open exposed wiring at the top of your neck and sends your body jittering across the room again.
You just see him just sitting upright, just
Just zing across the floor, yeah. Adding even more to the mayhem. Just for comic effect, you go right into the giant fight.
little vibrating torso.
Just,
Nice.
and a couple seconds later, you come out the other side completely untouched as it just continues to mayhem across the floor. You come to a stop at the bottom of the stage. Looking up, Frankie is pulling a sack out of his sock. It's a sock sack, apparently.
Actually, technically it would be a stocking, like a giant Christmas one.
Oh my.
That makes that a stocking.
Yeah.
Because it came out of, and you're following. The two of you up on stage, just before you go to throw the bag on him and put the tag on it, there is something that, well, no, maybe it doesn't occur to you. Give me study rolls. Actually, Frankie, no, don't give me a study roll, Frankie. You don't see this, because you wouldn't. Mihoshi, give me a study roll. Of the two people we had to make study rolls here.
I don't have anything in study.
Oh, wow.
You got 5
so
still.
You take the lowest one, you still got a 5. You realize very just as Frankie has got the chip in one hand and the bag in the other, and he's just about to put the bag over this bad guy. You realize that this bad guy is kind of glowing. And you've seen this before. Your dad's got one of these. There's another one of these flashbacks, these lucid moments of the past. Your dad's got one of these. It's an electromagnetic pulse-generating shield. You can see inside it. He's got a watch and all his other electrical stuff inside it. It's all working. But you know how these work. If anything comes from the outside through that shield that's electronic, it will not work. It will get fried.
Oh, crap.
Oh dear. I'm gonna quickly dance my way up there because I have the chip neatly hidden in like a miscellaneous part of my hair that you can't tell it's there. It's just you know, like I got little buns or something. Okay.
Sure.
So I'm gonna
those are the
dance
buttons
over
everybody's
to
looking
him.
at. The strippers here.
Yeah, as she walks, she's gonna like take off like what would be like a bathrobe, but it's very light and thin.
Yeah.
Just kind of makes her dainty way over and looks at the man and says, "How about we go somewhere a little more private, and I can give you a real show."
And as if by magic, music starts.
Dancing, flaunting her big tatas, which are there, and then basically the only thing you can see the outline of the breast, and then like a cover right where the nipple would be, of course.
Absolutely. And you're doing your dance, and his lips are still moving, and the script is still going by on the auto cue, but he's just staring. And as you're moving, he's like, one eye is watching each one of them. So as you walk, his eyes are doing this. As you dance, his eyes are. Yes. You have his complete and utter attention as you shimmy up close. Give me another study. I'm gonna turn his music off because it's double playing, but consider it's still playing. Trees. Nope. No idea. Not a clue. You keep dancing, and as you get closer and closer, you start really getting into it, and you start turning this almost into a lap dance, which is a problem. Because the zipper, for lack of a better word, up the back of your tutu is electronically controlled.
Oh no.
And as you shimmy towards him, you feel it open at the back. You are facing the crowd. Nobody's looking, but there were 10,000 people there a second ago. They're still there. They're just running away. Your back is exposed to this maniac now. And your false, that's not the right word. Your pasties are about to become pointless. What do you do? For the purposes of this, I'm assuming that Frankie is just standing there with his mouth hanging open. So, until we'll get to you in a second.
Frankie isn't just standing there with his mouth open. He's just kind of going, we'll see how this plays out. But still, plan B is the sack.
I'm gonna like grab the outfit like this.
Like it's part of the show, yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
stay up,
Yeah.
but you can tell that the lovely little, it's actually on her breast itself.
Okay.
Covered.
Okay.
It's
So you're
not
safe.
actually
Yeah.
outfit. But
Okay.
either way, she goes up and that's a nice trick, big boy. How about you show me some more in your room?
He's yeah, and he's trying to look down. He's trying to look you in the eyes, but he's also trying to look down your top at the same time.
Oh, you can see them, but yeah, I don't want to be that way here.
Oh, we turned your character into such a character. Thank you for going along with this. I really appreciate it.
Just gonna say, kids with strict parents tend to be rebellious. Just wasn't expecting it in the campaign.
Yep. So let's quickly go back to 8 Ball because I want to know what you're doing, or No Balls, what you're doing now that you've had a couple chances to kick around 8 Ball, and you see now up on stage, Mihoshi is apparently seducing another one of your targets.
Oh gosh, how does No Balls think? He seems pretty vindictive. I don't know what No Balls is doing.
Yeah.
Probably getting up, but 4 Ball realizes what this whole EMP field's going on. We haven't seen a whole lot of him tonight, but
He's
4
always
Ball
there.
is gonna. 4 Ball's always there.
Like a good NPC.
Mm-hmm.
4 Ball's
4 Ball
always there. Like a good neighbor, one would say.
4 Ball's going to try and hack into the EMP generator using the hacking tools I actually brought with me.
Absolutely. Yep.
Here's hoping I don't fuck it up this time.
This could
It's
shorten
going to
this
be
process considerably.
it's going to be limited effect because I'm damaged.
Yep.
And there's a little bit of a feedback issue.
Yep.
So bonus die because of the hacking
Like a good
tools.
stalker 4 Ball is there.
Nicely done.
That's fun.
A 4. So that's
Also
at
bad.
least- that's at least a succeed, but
Yeah.
so you do you do drop the EMP field around the baddie, around Pendergrast, but in so doing, it kind of to do so, 4 Ball needs more power than he normally has. So he draws it from No Balls because there's no head to tell him not to. And he doesn't take some of it, he takes it all. A 4 Ball just, you see him, actually, let's do this right. He goes over and hovers above No Balls, and one of his legs just goes down into the neck and plugs into something and turns a quarter of a turn, and you just hear as vast amounts of power are pumped into 4 Ball out of No Balls. Go ahead.
The Vanta Black active camo starts to fade, and then it's just gone. And the 4 on 4 Ball's view plate is just a spotlight That's
He
just
unhooks.
pulsing.
He unhooks and heads towards the stage, and then he stops. And he does a slow turn and looks at 8-Ball on the floor. Down to 8-Ball. Lays down on the floor, and it looks kind of obscene for a second because he shimmies over against 8-Ball's unmoving skull. And that same little prod comes out and hooks into the skull.
I was gonna say a headbutt, just
Yeah, and the two of them go like that, and then so they're back to back, and then you hear 4-Ball go, and the head takes off. 8-Ball himself is now conscious again. The body has gone into lockdown mode. It's just standing there.
I was gonna say the 4-Ball is the head, and then 8-Ball is like the thorax of the now B-Ball.
Yep, he's a B-Ball. So many balls.
With balls all over the place.
The two of you then back up onto the stage. So the three of you are together. The screen falls. Frankie, it has been 3 forevers, a month of Sundays, and a 12th of never since you've been standing here with the bag in one hand and the chip in the other going, what is the problem?
I mean, if you're going to seduce him now. I'm a little tired of waiting. I have the sack.
He looks at you, Mahoshi, and says, I never done it in a sack.
Oh, hon, it's pleasurable.
Okay, me first. And he looks over at Frankie like, let me in. put him in the sack. The three of you are now standing on a stage in a rapidly emptying center. The fur ball still going around and around in circles in that infinite way that it never gets any bigger and it never gets any smaller, but the fight never ends. And It's the same arms and legs. It's gone into that cycle now, like a bad Hanna-Barbera cartoon where the background just goes around and around and around. Nobody's watching it anymore, so it's just gone into repeat.
Same 4 frames.
Yeah, same frames, exactly. Yeah. So the three of you are on the stage with him in a bag. What do you do?
Like, do we drop the chip in now?
No. Let me handle this, Frankie. Let's just get to the ship, and I will tell him that it's a special room, and I will take him to Professor Calliope's room and take care of it personally.
Can I shake it and punch it a couple times though? I've been feeling really violent lately, and I haven't been able to express that fairly.
Having just mowed down 50 guards in the front, like seconds ago, in a fight that is still going on.
Let me go ahead and plant the device on him.
This is a suppository now. Jeez.
You could do it in the bag.
I'll tell you where it is, and then you can go nuts on him afterwards. Just make sure you don't ruin the part.
Too complicated. Just have the bag.
The suit turns red like she's Mrs. Claus. She's still holding it, by the way. Okay, let's go. And then she hops down off the stage and starts heading for the transport.
This is the tag and release.
Yeah, you're supposed to let this guy go. You're supposed to put the tag on him and then let him go. But yes, you're heading back towards the transport, and you hear from inside the bag, are we going to do it in a sack or not?
Oh, we are, darling. I'm just taking us to a little more personal space. Boys, wait out here. For narrative's sake,
yes.
She gets him into there.
Yep, into the ship.
And hop into the ship, closes the ship up, locks it, but obviously doesn't start it up or anything.
Nope.
Hops in the sack, and then for narrative purposes, what's done is done, and she implants the chip right behind his ear where nobody ever washes, like right over here.
That's not where I was going to put it, but okay, that's probably safer.
Well, you can put it wherever you want then, Kevin.
That one spot where nobody washes.
Just while that's happening, 8-Ball and I are just sitting there with a set of dice outside of Frog.
Two eyes appear on the front of Frog. Like, I can't watch anymore.
Oh, you know, I'm just while 8-Ball and I are sitting there, it's just all right and Yahtzee.
on the stage with
Yeah,
all the
four-
government propaganda around you in an empty amphitheater playing Yahtzee on the podium.
A half-dead robot body
Yeah,
on the
The
floor.
body just
with
laying out like
two
he's
heads.
lying in state. Yeah, just
No. B-ball is sitting on it.
sitting on the chest.
Sitting on the chest while they're playing Yahtzee.
While they're playing Yahtzee. Yeah, I guess 4-ball has to roll. He has to use his players and roll them one at a time. Mihoshi installs the chip. Yes, that's a euphemism. And sends this little, a period of time later, the doors to the ship open, and you hear Frog go as Pendergrast walks out and walks down the street just strutting. I don't have the music for it, but just like it's just like pure John Travolta in the white suit.
Like almost like he's walking on air. He's
Yes.
just that high. Good
At the
energy.
end of the block, he walks around a corner and Calliope's leaning against the wall, and as he walks past, they just reach out and fist bump. the three of you, now that Frog has vomited out the evil, the two of you, let's just do a straight up fortune roll to see who won at Yahtzee.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's you guys.
That's not you. You don't have to roll for yours. No, you don't. So there's a 4 for 8-ball.
I've forgotten where fortune is. Damn it.
It's underneath all the stats. You have to
Bottom on
scroll
the
down
right
on
hand
that.
side. And it uses your worst stat, so it's
Ah.
likely to roll 2 and take the lower. You're trying to beat a 4. A 5.
Bam!
Yeah.
Frankie does.
You win, but neither one of you Yahtzeed. There were no 6s.
Full house.
You won, but with not a very good score. And for some reason, there's a duck. And your roll where there's supposed to be like how many 5s? You drew a duck instead. So maybe you actually probably had more points, but you know. And then
Hard
the
to
duck
tell.
comes alive and whack off the podium. And that distracts you. And you look up and you see the Pendergrast doing the walk of joy down the street. And around the corner, the two of you realize it's safe to re-enter the ship.
And when they re-enter, it's gonna smell like flower, like the little aerosol spray flowery
Yeah.
and all of that.
I was going to say
She's gonna be
perfect
dressed
because
back in her outfit.
yeah, even if you weren't, Frog was well, Mihoshi, you get up and leave whatever room you were in, and as you're closing the door, you hear the disinfectant spray as Frog starts to clean the entire area, and then
Um,
you walk up to
Then he
the
breaks the bag.
you walk up to the comms area at the front, and it says deleting memory, and there's a bar. So ship deleting the memory.
Yeah,
of what
B-ball
happened in that
goes.
room.
Yeah, B-ball goes and grabs a gurney for the body because
Yep.
they still need it.
Yep.
The sound that B-ball makes, I forgot. Normally, 4-ball sounds kind of like.
Yeah.
This times it's more.
Yeah. And there's a scorch mark in the air because there is just so much power in these two heads right now currently floating across the room. Frankie. What are you doing inside the ship?
Like I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna pretty much take a nap, and then a few minutes later I'm gonna wake up and go, oh crap, Saga! Prison! Probably should grab her.
You guys have lifted halfway up to the Rebel Dalliance. And all of a sudden,
Down to a different spot. You see an explosion. The ship goes back up.
Yeah. So there's now been a jailbreak. Yeah, we're just gonna take that part as read. You guys break into the jail, breaking down walls, shooting guards all over the place. You kick in the door. Saga looks at you and says, "I was gonna be out in the morning." And the four
It
of
was
you
a
run
20
back to the Frog and head back to the ship.
It's like it was a 24-hour hold.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's a misdemeanor. They were just doing the paperwork. I'd have been out this afternoon. But now you guys are wanted here too. So we'll add that between weeks.
Not a surprise.
The four of you, together for the first time in a while, leap into the Frog. Boom. up to the Rebel Dalliance.
Leapfrog. Sorry.
You leapfrog, yes, I know. I left it there. And you leap up to the Rebel Dalliance. You enter, and right there, as you look down and see the news reports on the screen, just, you guys are infamous. There's no famous about this. You guys are now infamous pirates. To add to all the death and destruction and violence that is already in your wake, you have now started yet another riot. Done something to two major players in the political field. And busted the equivalent of a jaywalker out of jail with explosives, gunfire, and ill-advised pew-pew in all directions.
Look, it's their fault that they put her in a maximum security place.
He looks at you and says, it was called maximum security prison. It was a hotel.
No, it's called maximum security.
Yeah, yes, the maximum security hotel. There aren't even bars on the window. They're painted.
It looked real enough to me.
Well,
I was worried about you.
You're
I don't know.
Frankie. You stepped into that room and it was like a dank jail cell from the dungeon ages, right? I mean, that's what you saw. So,
Yeah.
Right.
and as you bicker amongst yourselves and try not to look at each other in ways like, "Yeah, I seen you mostly naked, and I seen you without your body," and in the awkward silence that follows, we will drop a curtain on tonight's episode. Well, I set the tone with the newscast. I cannot possibly expect any other result than what happened. This is what I wanted out of this game. This game is rude and not suitable for children.
Nope.
Speaking of rude and
Definitely.
not suitable for children, I want to thank these wonderful people that just keep coming back no matter how rude I get or how rude I get them to be. I'm going to start with Solar tonight because I take advantage of your willingness to say yes so much. And I would like to thank you on a personal and private level for just going, okay, no matter what kind of ridiculous situation I put Mahoshi in, that you are a dream player. Thank you so much for coming along. And if I ever go too far, just do that. That's the magic sign, right? In all these games.
I honestly don't know what too far is at this point.
Yeah, I get it. But I just want you to know. I just figured
I'm
with the
thinking
way
if
that this keeps turning out, yeah.
Well, I'm guessing like we've gone to like R-rated because we cut out on all those scenes.
Yep,
So let's
absolutely.
stay away from
Yep.
X-rated, and I actually have to take off with
Absolutely.
it for good.
Yep, absolutely. There's that wonderful spot where we can drop either you or I has the right to drop the curtain on that particular scene at any moment. So thank you for playing the dirty with me. I enjoy it a lot.
So
You
do I.
might not want to let your husband hear the sentence, "Thank you for playing the dirty with me." Oh man, thank you also to the man with all the balls, Bison. 8 balls, 4 balls, 2 balls, no balls. Did you think this was going to be that multi-dimensional character? I mean, I know you had multiple heads when you started, but
Honestly, I didn't think I was going to go this far with it. To be perfectly fair, I was going to go sort of a Yorick joke with no ball, as in like he keeps reaching for the head but ends up kicking it anyways.
right, yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, there's last week there were 2 balls, and now there's I think I've thought up like 4 or 5 of them at this point.
Yeah, the team's coming back together.
Yeah, the whole rack.
You'll have a full rack soon.
Mhm.
Speaking of full racks, no, that doesn't work in this instance. Frankie, played for us by the Scarred Adventurer. Thank you so much for bringing cartoons to a game. I mean, we play a fantasy role-playing game, right? So why put limits of any kind on it? And thank you for showing that works. So thank you very much, Scarred, for showing us that you can say yes to anything. It leads to weird scenes. Thank you, Mihoshi. It leads to even more weird scenes. Thank you, 8-Ball. And it leads to even more weird scenes. Thank you, Frankie.
And
Thank
sometimes
you
super
very much,
crazy
Star.
things with Saga.
Oh yeah, there's a whole different crazy coming back next week. Imagine how angry Saga is going to be that she is now wanted on that planet because you guys couldn't wait till the morning. On the bright side, there's now a Mihoshi fan club on Interstellar Facebook.
Yep.
But we'll leave that for next week. There are 2 thank yous left. I just looked over. We went a little short tonight. It was only an hour and a half, but that's okay. We packed a lot into it. 2 more thank yous tonight. One for the people on Twitch. Thank you for sticking around. I like to think we didn't go too far because I don't think anybody left. So that's a good sign. And thank you to all the future people who watched it on YouTube. You guys especially, because you didn't hit stop and we're all the way at the end. So thank you for that sweet and wondrous watch time. The algorithm approves. With that, let's end this the way we always do. Have fun. And until next week, be nice to each other. Bye.